Initialize sequence.
Yo, this Blaze, you down, homie.
This is Jamie Madrox.
This be the one them called Tech 9. Yo, what up? This is Shag's 2 Dope from Insane Clown Posse. This is the genius, Chris Calico.
What up? It's G-Mo Ski. This is Ritz, White Jesus.
It's the Kid Mercury. This is Slain. Dragon Eyes.
Necro, Project Born, Mad Child,
Your boy Jerry.
Vinted. Welcome to the Underground, Australia's home of rap, metal, and alternative music.
What is up and welcome to the Underground. It is Ned, joined by the latest MNE signing, the one, the only 13th wonder, Mr. Gibby Stites. Gibby, how are you, man?
I'm pretty good. I'm better because I'm here with you, hanging out, so.
Oh, hell yeah. You are the latest signing to Majik Ninja Entertainment. Gibby, people that don't know, tell us, who is Gibby Stites?
Whew. Gibby Stites is a rapper from South Jersey, New Jersey, 856. I've been doing this since I was about 14, putting out music independently. I am a big fan of music, first off, hip-hop music, juggalo shit in particular, you know, Twisted, ICP as far back as it goes, Blaze and all that. But also being from the East Coast, I have those origins of hip-hop too. A lot of Redman and Method Man and Biggie and just, you know, that lane as well. So that's, you know, I rap, I make beats. The rapping is the main thing that I put on for, but I'm just a dude who makes music and is very appreciative to be in the situation he is where people are listening to what I say now.
Yeah, I love that right there, man. So you said you've been rapping since you were 14. How long is that? Like, how old are you now?
I am 25, just turned 25 on Black Friday.
Oh, nice. I like that because your back catalogue is quite impressive, and the people that don't know Gibby Stites can hit him up on any sorts of music platforms, and you can get a real taste, man. Even this year, you've had an album out, which is really good.
Oh, yeah. Regularly scheduled programming is streaming everywhere. Hard copies are available at gibbystites.com. If you want one autograph, just let me know, and I can make that happen for you. But, yeah, that album did really well. I had Jamie and Blaze on there. Dropped that right around the time the quarantine thing hit in the States over here. So that kind of, it filled in the gap where I should have been touring, and touring got canceled out of nowhere. So dropping regularly scheduled programming, I don't know. I think a lot of people heard it because there wasn't so much going on to go to. People were more in tune with what was going on online. Plus Twisted did that NetFest thing and I got to promote on there. So, you know.
Yeah, that is really cool right there. Well, man, it's Jami Madrox has come out and given you his blessing. Off the top of my head, he said you're like a mixture of Jamie himself. Like, I think Mike Winiger was in there and a couple of other people.
Man.
Like, he's basically saying you're the future of rap. What does that mean to you?
Oh, my God. Dude, it means everything in the world to me. Like, it's insane to me still, the situation, because as an artist, like, I always had faith in myself that do what I do, and one day I'll get somewhere, or somebody would recognize and help me get somewhere. But the fact that it is somebody who I'm actually a fan of, like I would put Jamie Madrox in my top 5. You know, like Twisted is in my top 3 favorite rap duos of all time. Like, you know, like any politics aside. So it's for the fact of somebody to be giving me the opportunity, you know, just aside from the fact that he's bigger than me, he's somebody I looked up to since I was about 10, 11 years old. So it's insane to me in that aspect. It was so organic too, you know, like he found me, he genuinely enjoyed my stuff and followed me online for a while. And so again, to be getting the cosign from someone that big is one thing, but for it to actually mean something to me on a personal level, like that is just so insane to me that he was the one.
Yeah, man, it must be a very surreal sort of feeling. And I also think a major hats off to you, Gibby, is, and this is no disrespect, you've just leaped past Welcome to the Underground and you're straight onto the main label. That is amazing right there.
Yeah, that was not my idea at all, you know. I mean, again, Jamie had reached out to me and he wanted to work on music together, and that's what we did. You know, I went out to Michigan and we really locked in the studio for a week and made this 13th Wonder EP together, me and him side by side. And it was cool to, you know, we can get into the progression of how everything happened, but it was like totally unexpected on my behalf, you know. I didn't really send them a demo. Like, I knew they were watching me. I knew Jamie was following me. I knew I had been reached out to for NetFest and things, but you know, when I kind of got the call from Jamie and George that they wanted to know what my situation was and if I wanted to be on M&E, I was like, dude, that's a no-brainer. Like, I know I've never sent a demo, but I thought it just, you know, it goes without saying.
Yeah, that is amazing right there. So what's sort of the timeline on this, Gibby? How long have you been sitting on the news, and when did this all sort of go down? Was NetFest sort of the first sort of taste of it, or have you been talking to the guys for a while?
Yeah, it was a build-up. NetFest, I had actually been kind of working with them here and there on little things before that. It kind of started early 2019. Godsent did a contest, M&E Beats contest, and I came second place in that. It was something I randomly entered, and I was kind of like, even if I don't win, you get a Godsent beat out of the deal. And lo and behold, I came second place. And that right there, I remember when I came second place, there was some initial hate, like, who is this guy? He's not horrorcore. And I remember Godsent came out on his own and was like, yo, Gibby is dope. Like, y'all need to listen to Gibby. And I think that was the first guy from M&E who really gave me a look. And that gave me the confidence to think, like, all right, so maybe like I could fit in this lane that I've been a fan of, even though I don't necessarily sound like it. Because at the end of the day, Twisted and Psychopathic, all the way back to it was all about being different, right? So I don't know. I think I can bring something different to the table. So that's what Godsent kind of gave me that push. He gave me the push, like, all right, people at M&E could accept me. So I was doing a gang of shows on the East Coast at the time, and I just kind of made sure anytime Twisted, Boondocks, or someone like that was coming to the East Coast, I opened those shows just to keep myself on their radar, you know? Like, in my mind, I was like, if somebody hears my music, maybe they'll want to work with me. If George sees my work ethic at the shows and how I sell merch and stuff, maybe he'll want to work with me. I just figure if I'm doing all these shows anyway, let me just make sure I'm, you know, constantly crossing their path. So I opened for Boondocks in 2019 in Trenton, New Jersey. I opened for Twisted a couple times in PA. And by the third time opening for Twisted, I had kind of a dialogue with George where we had met a few times. And I was like, yo, can I meet the guys? And he let me meet them, you know, and I met Twisted for a couple minutes. Like, it was real brief. And I asked them to sign my arm so I could get that autograph. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dark, but I got Jamie and Madrox to sign my arm. I told them they were big inspirations. I told them that I was opening the show, and I said, if you ever see me performing, which you will one day, I want you to know that you inspired that. And I kind of left it at that. And when I said that, I was leaving, and Jamie goes, yo, Gibby, man, your shit is dope. I've seen you online. Keep doing what you're doing. And that just blew my mind, because I don't even know if I said my name when I met them. I think so for him to already have known my name, he said he saw me online. That blew my mind leaving from meeting them. Get on Instagram. Jamie followed me on Instagram. This was November of last year. Pretty much from then, dude, I'm like, Jami Madrox is following me on Instagram for whatever reason. Let me just make sure whatever I post is pretty fucking cool from that one, you know? And like, and you know, that, and then quarantine hit, they reached out for NetFest. I was reached out to do a set for NetFest. And then, let me think, I got Blaze and Jamie on the regularly scheduled program and album and stuff, and NetFest happened. And then shortly after NetFest, George reached out, and, you know, George and Jamie, both of them, and they were like, what is your situation? Who manages you? And whatever. And I was like, I do this all on my own as of right now. Nobody is intertwined. Nobody owns me. So what's going on, guys? And again, they threw the pitch, like, would you want to be M&E? And I'm like, what? Of course. I thought that just goes without saying, you know, so.
Oh, that is an amazing story right there, and it's sort of real inspiration for any up-and-comers, man. It means, like, you know, anyone can reach out and do it, and man, hats off to you, man. You obviously deserve it.
Dude, like exactly what you just said. It's such a, I mean, I'm the one it happened to, I guess, but it's such an inspiration to me even, because I'm just a kid from New Jersey. Like, I'm not even from Michigan, where all these guys are from, you know? Like, I always thought you had to have a certain criteria to be with certain crews or be on a certain label. Maybe you had to be this horror, or you had to be from this area or whatever. And I feel like just being a kid from New Jersey, like I'm 25 now, I still think of myself as a kid sometimes, but being a kid fan of Twisted from New Jersey, and then being able to go out to Michigan to make music with Jami Madrox based purely off of the connections that I made, you know what I mean? Like, it was nobody, I didn't know anybody, you know, like, all of these things were just me constantly trying to get on the radar while constantly doing my own thing too, you know? I never put all my eggs in one basket. I was never like, man, I need a record deal to keep going. But I was like, if they keep seeing me doing good and progressing on my own, I think they'll reach out one day. And I didn't think it would be as big as it was. I thought maybe they'd reach out to work with me. I honestly didn't think the Majik Ninja thing was going to go down like this quick. So.
Oh, it is amazing right there, man. Well, let's get to know you a little bit, man. What outside of music, what do you do?
Music is a big, probably like 70% of my life. Other than music, I play some video games. I don't like to promote that I'm a gamer because I'm not, like the competitive guy. I play a lot of old games, a lot of Game Boy Advance and, original Nintendo and stuff. Oh, I don't see you. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, sorry, you dropped out there. All good. Keep going.
All right. So again, I play video games and stuff. Watch anime. Not a whole lot of anime, but the ones that I do watch, I like to work out to them. I'm into staying healthy. I'm not a get buff guy. I'm not like a workout guy, but I like to stay healthy, and watching anime keeps me pumped when I'm working out and keeps me inspired and whatnot. So, those are those things. A lot of media, to be honest. Ever since I was a kid, I moved around a lot and didn't have a stable setting so much. So entertainment was always big to me, whether it be reading books, watching stuff, playing games, or making music. So pretty much all of those things. I'm a nerd at heart.
Oh, yeah, I love that, man. So you said that Twisted was in your top 5 earlier. What is your top 5, man? What are your musical influences?
Top 5 is hard. I'm going to go, and it might go past 5. But if it goes past, these are not in any particular order. But as far as music, I got to say, Twisted, obviously. Cess Crew from Strange Music.
They're good.
Dude, like 2 of my favorite rappers of all time. I found them when I was like 16, and they just became my favorite so quick that and they've held it up over the years. So I love Cess Crew, big inspirations to me. I've met both of them, opened for them on shows, and that was awesome. UB actually signed my arm also. I got that autographed. So we got Twisted, Cess Crew. ICP was a huge inspiration to my grind, like the path that I chose for my career. Like ICP and Esham inspired that a lot. Like I read Behind the Paint like a dozen times when I was a kid. And just, I think that like reading Behind the Paint was the first time that I was exposed to like, oh, you can do something on your own in music. Because as a kid, you see people on TV. I think my early inspirations to rap were probably people like Biggie and maybe like early Eminem and stuff like that you would see on TV. And you would always think you need a record deal. And then finding ICP and reading Behind the Paint at like 13 years old, that was the first time I was able to like, oh, so you can independently put out music and start your own thing and all that. So they inspired the grind. Esham inspired me making beats. He was the first guy I bought a CD from and read it. And it said like all songs written, produced, mixed, mastered by Esham. And I was like, yo, you can do it all. Like you can be a one-man band. Like you can really do that. So Esham was a huge inspiration on me. And the other people I listed on the rapping tip, like Biggie, Redman, Method Man, that's East Coast stuff. Early Eminem, because my mom like bumped early Eminem so hard when I was a kid. And modern day Bones, Team Sesh, he's like underground, but that's someone I'm very big into. Denzel Curry, I listen to a lot, like huge range of different stuff. But I'd say those are the inspirations behind like both my grind and my music.
Yeah, and even you just sort of listing those off, you can sort of tell by listening to it that the influence is in there in the background. It's a nice little mashup. I like it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, dude. Well, tell us about this EP of yours, The 13th Wonder. When can we expect this?
Woohoo! All right, The 13th Wonder EP. You can expect it soon. That much I will tell you. No, seriously. It is coming very soon. It is very special. Like this was, like I said, me and Jami Madrox, like we got together in person despite the whole COVID thing. We made sure everybody was tested and safe, and we got together and we kept our 6 feet distance and all that cool stuff, and whatnot. But we really got together in the studio and wrote these songs together. A lot of them. He's on a lot of the tracks on this EP. I can't say how many. There are some solo cuts on there, of course. But it was like an introduction thing. Like he really wanted to like get to know me and work with me, and it was exciting and it was fun. And when I was a kid, I used to make music with a lot of people, like in high school. Just had a lot of friends who you would rap with a lot. There was always people at my house recording. I had the home studio, and over the years, a lot of that drops, and I make a lot of stuff on my own now. Make a lot of my beats, this, that, and the third. And I think working with Jamie in the studio was the first time in years I like connected with a rapper like that. And we were just knocking out tracks on tracks in a day. Like, and it was fun. It was organic. It was like, we made some hits. So the 13th Wonder EP, what I can say about it is it's coming soon. It's very hot. Jami Madrox is all over that thing with me. And yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. I like it. You have me extra hyped up for that one. And you, of course, it was announced just earlier today you'll be on Attack of the Ninjas. That's cool right there.
Yes, I can finally say it. Attack of the Ninjas. December 30th. I almost said November. That already happened. December 30th. Yeah, dude, I'm so hyped because, again, quarantine in the States. I haven't done a show since last November. I haven't done a performance since NetFest. So this is, you know, my second and last performance of the year, and it's great, dude. I'm looking forward to it a lot, and I hope the fans are too, because I know the other guys, I know everyone else on the label did their thing. I don't need to say how dope they all are, but on my behalf, I can say that you'll hear some old stuff, you'll hear some new stuff, and I'm bringing the energy for sure. So get ready for Attack of the Ninjas and get your ticket. You do not want to miss that one.
Oh, hell yeah, man. It's going to be exciting. So you got a bunch on, man. It's very cool to talk to you. The 13th Wonder EP coming soon. Attack of the Ninjas coming up shortly. You just dropped your I'm Good video, which was awesome. Do you have any more videos in the works?
Yes, sir. We have, you know what? I have a lot in the works. But what we have coming soon, I will say there will be another single coming next month, coming in January. You know, expect a visual for that. And that's about it. I'm working on some things too. I'm working on some freestyle videos for the people. I went on Instagram and Facebook and I took some requests on beats that people would like to hear me on. So I'm doing some visuals on my own also, like some freestyles just to keep up with the people and kind of show my diversity while promoting the EP. Rap on some beats that maybe you won't hear me rap on this EP and, you know, things of that nature. So expect some random freestyles to be coming out. And as far as visuals, definitely expect a new video sometime next month.
Oh, there you go. It is all happening. 2021, the year of Gibby Stites. I'm calling it right now, man. Very much excited for it all. So much on the go. Is there anything else that we need to know about Gibby Stites before I let you go, man?
Yeah, well, first thing you need to know is that I appreciate every single person who was watching this. I appreciate you, Ned, for reaching out for the interview. I appreciate everyone up at Majik Ninja who's been doing what they do to help me out. Jamie Madrox so hard in particular, Paul too, Mike and George, and everyone behind the scenes, Insane E who handles a lot of the art, Fritz who does a lot of the audio. And again, like I really wanted to be known that I appreciate all of you so much who did not know who I was a couple weeks ago, and you're giving me a chance now. I've seen that so much. I've gotten that reply more than anything. Like I didn't know who you were the other day, and now I listen to your albums, and so let that be known. I appreciate all of you, and yeah. And could I give a couple shout outs real quick? I just gave a couple.
Go for it, man. Do it. Yeah, go for it.
All right. I want to give a special shout out to Charlie Beans. Charlie Beans produced I'm Good. He made that beat. He did a lot of the stuff on regularly scheduled programming, and we have a lot of work in the future. Shout out to Justin Parker of Horrible Home Video. He does a lot of my merch. He did the Gib TV beanie that I'm wearing now. He did my last album cover. Again, Horrible Home Video. That's Justin Parker. He's somebody I work with heavy, and everyone should check out. Stir Crazy, MNE producer. We have a lot of things. You know, he does a lot for me behind the scenes. We do a lot of work together, and he's just a good guy. Godsent, of course, and you know, everyone else up at M&E, and my hometown homie DJ Immaculate, who holds me down. He did the mastering on regularly scheduled programming. I just felt like it was very important to give these people a shout out, especially this being like my first video interview. It's important to give that love back to the people who have helped me get where I am right now. And if I forgot anybody, I am very sorry. Please do not hate me and continue to love me.
I love it right there. There are a bunch of good people. I know most of those ones you reeled off, man. Being down with them for a long time. Stir Crazy, great dude. Justin Parker does great work as well. And Godsent, man. Awesome. Love it right there. Well, thank you so much, Gibby. Appreciate you taking time out. Be sure to hit this man up on the socials at Gibby Stites and check out his back catalogue as well. Hell yeah, man. Thank you.
All right, Ned. Thank you so much. And exactly like he said, Gibby Stites, everywhere you can find me. Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, blah, 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 blah. Gibby Stites.
This has been another presentation from the Grey Wolf Entertainment Network, greywolfentertainment.net.